right, so we're on our last module for the historic cycles of wealth. Now, this era we're talking about is the one that we're in now, which is the conceptual age. Conceptual age. And before I go further into the conceptual age, you may not think that this information is important, but it really is, because how can you solve the mystery of wealth when you don't understand or know anything about the history of wealth? The reason we're talking about the history of wealth because there's something called patterns. Patterns can predict things that are going to happen. Patterns can help you invest in a company that has a vision or is going somewhere that's going to create the next iPhone. Because you understand patterns, you'll be able to see where that company is going, or the invention or whatever they're doing that's going to put them in a position to corner a market. That's why it's important to know history, because the same patterns repeat themselves. It's just at the time that they repeat, the repeat cycle is getting shorter and shorter. The next thing for this, the conceptual age, is something called Bitcoin. We all know that the dollar is falling, and many of us think that gold and silver is going to be the new currency. We may be sorely mistaken. That's something called Bitcoin. And blockchain. This could quite possibly be the new monetary system, because the goal of the one world order that you've been hearing about is to have a one government and one monetary system. This could be that system, and it could be done without a government backing it, because of the way it's going now. Nobody knows. They know pretty much a theory of the guy's name that came up with this, who put it in motion, but now it pretty much has a life of its own, and the government's trying to find ways to regulate it. This is going to be a one world currency, or a cyber currency, that is not attached to any government, so they can't tax it. And that's the problem that the government is having with this concept. But of course, people like me who enjoy a free market love something like this. I don't have to worry about being taxed to death, and the wealth can grow fast, even faster. So they're trying to find ways to regulate it. They'll find some type of way to mess it up. They always do. But getting back to the conceptuality age, conceptual age, we're talking about dealing with the right side of the brain, which has to deal with your creativity, and not the left side of the brain, which we've been dealing with all these years by using these. Now, the conceptual age, the goal is to stop using these and start using this, and I guess to push a button too. But that's what the conceptual age is about. It's about creativity, working well with others, synergy, cooperation, and just a content life and abundance for everyone. That's basically what this is about. Who wouldn't want that? So that's where we're headed, and that's pretty much where we're about to be. So how can we capitalize on the conceptual age? Well, I'm going to tell you how. I'm doing it right now. You bought this, how can I phrase this? The goal is to bring value. And hopefully I'm bringing you value with this information. So far, it's going to get better. But the goal is to bring value, because when you bring value, people are willing to pay you for that value. The goal is to make sure that the value that an entrepreneur brings outweighs the amount that you put on getting that value. So that's my goal. There's my little pitch right there. But that's what it's all about. It's all about creating value for someone. And now this is pretty much kind of a thing between technology and the information age, all rolled into one, because it's all about information. If I give you enough information for you to grow your business and to have a better relationship, wouldn't it be worth whatever you paid for this course? Because people are starting to value their time more and more. which is the way it should be. Everyone should have a life of abundance. Why not? But that's what the conceptual age is about. And that's why I'm taking advantage of it right now with this course. But enough about me. But the goal is to give you enough value and show you a path that will help you create the wealth that I own, like the wealth that my mentor has created for himself and his family, and like the wealth that he's showing me that I can create and I'm about to create for my family. And also the confidence to know that you have the right knowledge and information to create that wealth. That's what this course is about. But I guess there's not much more to say about the conceptual age. I can write on the board all day long, but hopefully you can see my passion about becoming wealthy in this age, which is here and now, which is what I'm doing right now. So that's the end of the historic cycles of wealth module, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see. So that's the end of the historic cycles of wealth module, and I know you're going to enjoy the rest of the course, and let's go out and get you on your path to wealth.